Sorry about the technical difficulties. The game froze. It stopped on us. Let's get back into learning how to do power rankings. This will be a separate video now. I will try to cut out. I'll try to cut it out. But this is how to do power rankings. We're gonna hit load. Unless I have to start a new one. Okay, hit NXT, delete. You're working on the show details. I'm just gonna speed run this. How to do power rankings. Your stuffs. Technical difficulties, sorry about that. Froze on us. Stream also crashed. This is your second video of the channel. Just let me select stuff. Oh, there. What's this filter too? Animation 4. Then, as it was crashing, this is when we selected this. We hit the purple steel and then it crashed on us. That's where it crashed on us. Okay, now that you have the show bell and set up, what you want to do is you ignore the match table, you do your matches yourself. What you want to do is you want to hit 7 matches, because if you do 8 or 9, that's too long. What you want to do is you want to hit all the custom people, like me. Select your people. Don't do all if it's your first time. Just select your custom if it's your first time. So all these customs is our roster. I'm not gonna add that one. That version is for someone else's Twitch. We don't review him. We review the one we like. Okay. Okay, so we got 76. Then we're gonna add 5 female. Here we got 1 superstars. Let's do Alexa Bliss, that's 1. We'll do Bianca, that's 2. Carmella is really good, 3. 4, and then Charlotte Flair, 5. Okay, and then you save that, which is 81. So all over 1, it should go down to 81. Yeah, see 81. Okay, let me add 5 more male superstars. I'm gonna add Andre, I'm gonna add 4 actually. 4 male superstars. 1, Andre. Let's have Bobby Lashley, which is 2. We'll have Roman and Brock. That will be 4. Roman and Brock. Roman. Okay. And we have Brock. If you don't know if they're on your roster, you can check. Okay, yeah, they're on my roster. Roman and Brock, that I believe that should add up to 85. Okay, good. So now the power ranking's upgraded. Now it's down to 85. And then... No, we'll make this interesting. We'll make Roman Reigns the Ultimate Champ. So now we select our champions. I think we'll keep Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn's Roman Reigns. Okay. Should we do Harley Quinn? Harley Quinn's a really good champion. We'll do Harley Quinn. We'll keep Harley Quinn as our champ. Ultimate champ. Harley Quinn. Okay, and see that custom superstar does show. But she's the champion. Slot free, we're gonna do our universal. And it's gonna be start with the women's. Here we go. And if you don't know, then just select the custom one. I think Raven won, so we're gonna do Raven. I guess we could do Shark Mamba up here. Should we? Oh no, I think we should restart and do Roman Reigns up there. We'll do men's universal. Oh yeah, I forgot. I made Batman. I forgot about Batman. I think I'll make Cody. No, let's make Cody the US. You know what? What are we thinking? Let's do it. Okay. If there's 2 versions, just use 1 version. Okay, so slot 6 is probably going to be the world champion. Pretty sure. The weapon. Slot 6 is going to be the Intercontinental Women's Champion. Who was the Intercontinental? Was it Kelly Kelly? We'll make... make Bianca Belair the Intercontinental Champion. Because I know I added her on the show. And then Cody Rhodes. He'll be our America. Okay. Okay, so I think all these people are on the show. You can double check for the power rankings. See if Bianca Belair. Sweet. And that goes all the way down to 85. Then we hit accept. Hit save. Now I'm going to show you how to set everything up. You want to delete the Raw, you want to delete the SmackDown. You want to make this fully customizable. Let's do the calendar real quick. We're gonna have to redo our pay-per-views, but that's okay. We just had SummerSlam. Since this is a separate episode, I'm going to do a show for you. Show you it's so easy. You don't need to book anything. You don't need to like put it down in your notes either. It's so much easier to remember as long as you remember the power rankings are good. I don't know what our next pay-per-view was, but we're not gonna make one yet. This episode's called How to Do Power Rankings. Last episode was SummerSlam pay-per-view. We were gonna show you, but then it crashed on us, so that's called an episode there. But this episode, honestly, I'm gonna upload both at the same time. One or another, I don't care. The power rankings. Okay, so we got Roman Reigns, who's the Universal, so he would need to defend his title against Brock Lesnar. And then we have Bianca Belair. Where's Harley Quinn? Okay, so we have Max Tiger right here, which is me. Oh, I forgot, we haven't even set this up. I don't know why I'm doing power rankings right now. You want to make sure all champions are removed. Except for the ones you selected. So I see he's the NXT champ. NXT is the leading man. We don't do NXT around here anymore. Cody is for sure that. Okay. That's that. Now we can look at, oh no, we can't look at power rankings yet. Now, if you do want to do tag teams, do this either way. All you want to do is you want to disband every single tag team. These don't exist to your show. Only to the other shows it does, but not yours. So you see all these tag teams, they're all gonna get trashed, because none of them are owned. None of them are a tag team. There's no tag teams. There are no tag teams in wrestling. Tiger Wrestling Entertainment. There are no tag teams. So that should stay blank. There's no tag teams. However, if you did want to do a tag team division, I'd select 2 people on the Power Rankings board. So let's say me and or let's say we wanted to start a mixed match tag team. Let's say me and Tiger Queen wanted to team up for a match. So me and Tiger Queen would be booked for the first match. So I'm selecting Tiger Queen, and I'm selecting myself, which is up here. Where am I? So I'm down here, Tiger Queen is up there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna edit the match. I think we're just gonna do one match just to show you how it works. Oh, but we need our competitors first. This is probably gonna be the lamest booking ever because it's gonna be one match. But it will show you how the power rankings work. Okay, so how about I face WWE Executioner, Tiger Girl faces, or Tiger Queen faces Dakota Kai. Or actually, let's make this simple. Let's do Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. So what we need to do is we would need to add Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. So we got Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Let's say you want to do a women's match. So you would want to save that because you booked that already. So you would want to do a women's match. Let's do Carmella versus Dakota Kai. Now, if Bobby Lashley wins, he goes up to Brock Lesnar. He goes above Brock Lesnar. However, if Carmella wins, she goes free up from Roman Reigns. Here, I'll show you. You can literally do power rankings however you want. We're gonna do Carmella versus Dakota Kai in our main event. do Dakota Kai. Or we can do Dakota. Do we have Carmella? I think we do. Okay, so you want to make sure to check the pairings to make sure you have them on your roster, because it shows them. Shows all on your roster. Oh yeah, Carmella and Dakota Kai. Okay, sweet. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Okay, so what we want to do is you want to... Now, this is where you can start watching your show. Now, so what I would do is I would simulate all the matches. We don't even have to enter, but if you want to make it interesting, you would enter. So we got Brock Lesnar who beat Bobby Lashley. So what happens to Bobby Lashley is he goes... Him goes down as much as possible. So Brock Lesnar won. Bobby Lashley would still remain in spot number 7. Usually I would do that. But, however, I usually do champion matches as they go down 10 spots. So we're going to go down to spot 17. However, since it wasn't a champion match, it was just the match itself, Brock Lesnar would go at 3. I usually have them go at 3 if they win, so they progress through up the ranks. However, Bobby Lashley lost. So what happens to Bobby Lashley is he goes down 3. So he's going to go down to spot 10. And you want to make sure he's the only one who has the down arrow. Okay, and then we're going to look at... Then we're going to look at Dakota Kai and Carmella. So Dakota Kai beat Carmella. So that means... Want to go back to the power rankings. So Dakota Kai is better than Carmella right now. So she would go right there above Carmella's spot. And that's also bringing the person below Carmella down 1. So she probably would want to match with Dakota Kai instead of Carmella. I can book a full show right now if I want to. And then that would be your show for that week, and then you would go over to the next show. Because that's who you booked, that's who's on your show. However, I'm going to make this more complex. So first, actually we're going to do it based off of this. It's only all matches. Okay, so the weapon beat Sir Darkhelm. So that means sometimes it does it for you. So where's the weapon? The weapon is right there. Sir Darkhelm. Is right there. And then who won? So if Sir Darkhelm won, then he would go up the ranks. He would go really high. Oh, you know what? I don't have it set to where you do it. You want to turn automatic rivalries off, and you also want... I don't know, show intros can be off. Entrance could be off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Sir Darkhelm did not win, but the weapon did, so he would go up 3 spots. So the weapon would go up 3 spots. So it would go all the way above the Flash, which is 18. Then you would hit accept, you would hit save. And then you have Bianchi Belair versus Raven. So Raven be Bianchi Belair. So Raven would be above Bianchi Belair. Let's look. She's right there, so she would be in the 4th spot. So Raven is better than Bianchi Belair. She made everyone's rank go down. Then Dakota Kai's rank went down as well. With Carmella. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, we got Harley Quinn versus Mariah May. So Harley Quinn would be Mariah May. So Harley Quinn would be above her. I don't know where Harley Quinn is. Harley Quinn. So we gotta make sure Mariah May is below her. And she is, so she would stay there. And since her rank is already really low, you don't really have to change it, you can just keep it the same. So you can just go up, back up to Harley Quinn, and you can have her there, beating 3 people. And then we already did that. Casey Cage beat Charlotte Flair. So Casey Cage would be above Charlotte Flair. So I gotta make sure that is that. Charlotte Flair is right there. Ooh. Casey Cage. Right here. Boom, Casey Cage is the 3rd best. Then you would accept that. Then you would save. Okay, Super Cena beat The Fiend. So Super Cena would be above him. Where is Super Cena? Okay, Super Cena. Then now you want to make sure the Fiend is right below him, and he is, so that won't change. So Super Cena will just go up 1, 2, and 3. Now some of these guys are a 100. So what I would do is I would just pick the opposite winner, then I would remove him from the show. So I want to save the power rankings so it's all updated. Okay, so God beat Hurricane Wayne, so God would be above Hurricane Wayne. Like, God is too powerful. So is Hurricane Wayne. Okay, Hurricane Wayne. Okay, let's see. God was below him. You can also check if they're below. God is below Hurricane Wayne, which he is not. I didn't see God below him. One, two. That would be above Carmella. Okay, Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. So he should be above Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. So Cody would be taking the second spot right now. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna look for Cody. Major increase. And he didn't beat Brock, so Brock stays in the number 1 spot. It would be Roman and you'd be Bobby. So that's gonna put Cody in the number 2 spot. Now that's gonna be the show because you did your power rankings, you watched the show already, you know who won. And then that is when you guys call it a night. However, before you do anything, this is what you want to do. So what you want to do is you want to remove all your 100s. So we're using the Fiend. You want to get rid of your 99s and 100s. Actually, it doesn't go up 100, it goes up to 9. So get rid of your 99s. If you see any 99s, I recommend you remove him. What about the weapon? The weapon is 97. He's good. Okay, then we remove our 99s. And our roster went to 77. Okay. That's when you can draft more wrestlers. And I'm gonna draft 5. So let's draft British Bulldog. Cedric Alexander. Let's do China. Dana Brooke. We'll do Drop. We'll do Ember Moon. We'll do Elias. We'll do Finn Balor, Doug Goldberg, Hulk Hogan, the Hurricane, Ivar, John Cena, and Kalisto and Kirsten Cross. I have Logan Paul. Okay, and then we accept 90 free. We can probably get rid of free wrestlers. Let's get rid of. Probably want to get rid of Mel because we picked a lot of Mel, so we're gonna get rid of Goldberg. I think we're gonna get rid of Logan Paul. Sorry about that, I coughed. Luigi and Lou Boneyard. How are we? 91. You know what? We'll do 91. You know what? I will select 2 wrestlers. Let's do Dolph Ziggler. We'll do T-Bar. Okay, we got 93 on our power rankings. And then we can constantly just add them along the way. And then we already have your power rankings. All you need to do is save, advance to the next show, and then they're added for the next show, and they're ready to be prepared to do a show. And then we're on to our next show. And then this is who we have for our next show. And that is how the power rankings work. How to make a tag team is you put 2 wrestlers together on 2 off of the power rankings. What you would do for power rankings is you would put, let's say we do Kalisto versus Elias. And then we do Ivar versus Kirsten Cross. Let's say Kalisto and Elias won. They would both go here, and they would do it together. So a tag team, those 2 people would rank up together because they both won. However, the 2 losers would just go down 3 and down 3. But one is always better than their partner. So that's how that works. And if you need to know who should defend their title, it should be the guys that are on the bottom. So let's say we have Harley Quinn on the bottom, right? Harley Quinn has to defend her title against a female that doesn't have a title, which is Casey Cage. So Casey Cage versus Harley Quinn would have to happen. Because title holders are usually on the top of the rankings chart. And you want to keep it clean on the top. So Casey Cage and Harley Quinn is probably a thing that needs to be booked. Charlotte Flair doesn't have a title. She probably can go for a title. Let's see, who's below? Bianchi Belair is going pretty low. She probably needs to defend her title against Charlotte Flair. Roman Reigns and Cody are good. The Weapon probably has to defend his title against Brock Lesnar. Or Brock Lesnar gets to like pick who to beat. I guess Roman Reigns. Or Cody Rhodes. I don't know, it depends on the top 5. You always want to look at your top 5. Top 5 is the most important to look at in power rankings. As you can see, Brock Lesnar is still on top and he doesn't have a title, so this means he needs a title. So he should probably go after Roman Reigns' title, the best belt, which is the ultimate belt. And if Roman Reigns wins, he goes up there. Then Brock Lesnar would get a shot. Well, then Brock Lesnar would go 10 rankings down. So he would go below Finn Balor. It doesn't hurt him too much, but he goes down 10. But it gives a new person a new opportunity. And you just keep going on and on. It's the best part. And it's harder for tag teams because you have to check if they're in a tag team unless you're fine with tag teams having a second title. A tag partner to have a second title. Then I wouldn't worry about like the rankings. But if you do not like 2 titles, really check your rankings. Like really check your rankings and then check who has it. Luckily, we do not have any tag teams on the show, so we don't really need to make a tag teams. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but we're not really going to. However, we are going to book things off of the power rankings. And then what you want to do is you want to add your first pay-per-view. I will add the pay-per-views off camera, by the way, so we're not going to worry about that. But I was just showing you how power rankings work. So I'm going to show you how to book properly on our next show. So I'm gonna show you how to book properly. And actually, let me show you how to book properly right now, because this is a second video, so we can probably do it. So all you want to do is you want to hit a power rankings. So you want a good kickoff match. So you're probably gonna want to go towards the bottom. So what you do is just go up. Now it looks like there's a lot of female down here that could use some fight in them. So you want to have the kickoff on the bottom, the mid card, in the middle, in the center. You want to split this up into 7 sections. Like make sure it's split up into 7 sections. And you can even do like a tag match. They don't have to be a tag team, but you can do a tag match. And you can have one upgrade over the other. So the 7 sections right here would be, this would be the 7th section right here, which is up to 10. Or up to like 20. 20 is up to a section. This is another section, which is section number 2 up to 40. Then our next section is up to 60, which is our 4th section. Our 5th section is up to 80. Our sixth section is up to the highest 93. So we have six sections. So that means we should only be booking 6 matches in total. But we have a 7th match, so we can throw in a bonus. We can throw in a male and a female, since we do 7 matches. That's how this would work. So we can do Carmella versus Alexa Bliss. You want to make sure they're 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to make sure they're 5 up to book the show. So Woody would have to face Andre the Giant. He's close to 5 up. So make sure your sections are like complete. So you always want to go by 20s in sections. We have currently 6 sections. So we can probably add... See, we got 40 to 80. 40 to 80 is a section. So that would be section 5. But 80 to 90. 80 to 90. No, 80 to 100. So we can add at least 100. Because we have 7 matches, so that means we would need to have 100 people. Yeah. So I want to start bottom to top. So I want to go 100 to 80, 80 to 40, 40 to 20, 20 to 1. So I gotta remember that. 80, you want to go 100 to 80. That's section 1. You want to go by 20s. Unless you want to go by 30s, and then you want to do 1 to 30, then 30 to 60, then 60 to 90, then you would need 120 wrestlers in order to do that. So we'll do a show on next time on the channel. I'm gonna get everything booked. We're gonna book everything just right, and we're also not gonna go off of this. We're gonna go off of our power rankings. Actually, this is a separate video. I just gotta keep that in mind. We haven't seen any matches in this video. Let's book a 4-section match. Let's book a 4-section match. So I can show you what it's like. We're gonna go by 20s. So each 20 is a section. And 100 is for... And if you're going 20, that means you would need 100 wrestlers. If you're going by 30, you would need 120 wrestlers. If you're going by 40, it goes up. The number of matches you can have is 10, so you can only have 10 sections. So if you're doing it by like 10 sections, that means you're going to be doing it. 10 sections is a bit much. So 10 section, it goes up to 10, then it goes 10 to 20, then 10 to 30. No, 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, 30 to 40, then 40 to 50. You'd be only going down to 50. But you have 150 wrestlers. Which is it's crazy. I would never do 10. Never book 10 matches. I don't know how much that would add up to. Because if we're doing 10 matches, then it would go down to 50 actually. It would go down to 50. Let's go to 50, which is a section. Then it would get to 100, which is a second section. That's if you have a lot of wrestlers. Let me look this up. So 10. So you have 10 sections, you're going down 150, 10. Okay, so you need 500 wrestlers to run 10 matches. 500 wrestlers to run 10 matches. When you can do 7 matches and do 100. So 7. So you do 7. And then you want to do 20. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, you want to... I don't know how it works. 10 matches are just complex. Let's just say that. Don't do 10 matches. Okay, so we're gonna do our kickoff show. So we're going 90. We're going 100 to 80 right now. But we have 93 wrestlers. And we have that means we have an extra bonus match. So let's do Pat McAfee versus Jenny Long. Okay, then we're gonna hit start match. So that is booked. Oh, we're gonna do a 4-section match. Either way, we'll just let that be a booked match. If we're doing a 4, we have too many for 4, but if you're doing a 4-section match, you want to go up to just 40. But okay, we're gonna do Tiger Queen versus Vapor Babe. Then you would book that match. Okay, and then you would have those two matches. Okay, let's see. Then we'll probably go up to 15. So we do Ember Moon versus Bianca Belair. Keep this in mind. Title match. Perfect title match opportunity. Ember Moon versus Bianca Belair for the title. Because she has a title. She's trying to rank up. So we would do Ember Moon versus Bianca Belair. Title match. So if Bianca Belair wins, she goes 3 up and Ember Moon goes 10 down. Okay, and then we'll just do men's. You don't always want to do female men's. Or you can do a strange pattern, but always make it female men's, or male, female, male. Doesn't matter, you always want to have it in like a certain pattern. So we're going to do Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. And this is for the title. Okay, and that would settle for the four matches right there. Then you would hit save. We usually would watch it, but since this is a showcase on how to do power rankings. Okay, so Pat McAfee v Gideon. So we know that's towards the bottom of the power ranking. So you want to go to the bottom. Then you want to put Pat McAfee above Gideon. And then you always want to hit save, so the power rankings is saved. Okay, so Vapor Babe beat Tiger Queen. So now she's at least in top 40. I want Vapor Babe. 1, 2, 3. Alright, accept. Save. Boom. That's done. Okay, so Bianca Belair defended her title, so Bianca Belair would go 3 up. But Ember Moon would go 10 down. Then Ember Moon would go 10 down, so she would go down to 24. And you would go underneath the 24 person because they ranked up and you went down. And it kind of shows you who's next in line. You don't really need to worry about divisions, because you're running the division on your own. Okay, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Who won that match? Yeah, Roman Reigns won, so Brock Lesnar would go 10 down. So Roman Reigns is now above Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar goes 10 down, so he'd go down to 12. Right there, underneath the head of Brooke, which went up to 11. And it kind of fixes up the champions as well. So yeah, that's that. That show's done. You did your power rankings. You're ready for the next show, so you can hit next show. And you can also be really generous in pay-per-view. Like, if this person wins the Battle Royal, they go 10 up or 20 up. You're allowed to be generous to the winner. Only be generous to the winner. However, if you do a Battle Royal or Royal Rumble, you do not want to screw everyone else over and have to put everyone below. You just got to make sure they are going really high up when you do a Battle Royal. However, in this case, you would only put Cody Rhodes above Bray Wyatt and John Cena. If there was a Fatal 4, you would do it above 3 people. So that's how it works. And as you can see, it kind of fixes up along the way. Kind of fixes tonight's show up along the way. Right now it's not fixed because Gideon was below Pat McAfee. So I don't know why Gideon earned the shot at Roman Reigns. But yeah, that's that. That is how you run power rankings. That is it. Goodbye, Tigers. You got 2 episodes, how to run the power rankings, and the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Sweet. That is it. We'll do a show next week. Next Tiger Tuesday. Or next, whenever we do it next. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll do 2K22 next. And then we'll do a Minecraft break time. Because we haven't played Minecraft in a while. Yeah. That is it.